Okay. Never really used to my own voice, but let's start up the stream, shall we? Okay, so still need a complete mission, still need to do kill shot. Earth Bounty Hunter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Earth Bounty Hunter, Accelerator, hopefully at the same time. Do some Duviri. Sure, we'll do a full round of Duviri. Why not? Clear some missions, clear some weeklies. I'm at the point where I'm like, there's a little bit of, you know, conditions Xmas Stronghold. Excuse me? Oh, right, this is a thing. Sure, why not? Let's try it out. My dog is joining me in my office today. Don't know how long that'll last. And unfortunately, I know I won't be posting any pictures of her. You know, privacy reasons. Uh, but yeah, today, just doing some dailies. Might help out with the sortie. We'll see. We'll see. I wish that there was something that I could contribute towards.
Intel indicates the enemy has dropped a number of supply caches nearby.
Supply caches right away? Okay. Is that underground? It looks like it's underground. It'd be probably faster just to do normal arcing, right? Abandoning objective, okay. Do I not have a pet on this setup? It's very likely. So one thing I can do is use a synthesis scanner to help find it. One of the only reasons why the Itzel's still one of the best still one of the best Arcwings is because you can avoid the stupid projectiles incoming. Not sure how many people know about that. Just gonna scan around really quick. Hopefully I can find it. Where? I hate this mission type. Like, it's better on Orvalice, but it's still, like, annoying. So after about, like, the 6-minute mark hits, yeah, whatchamacallit, the area should start shrinking. Do I have my cape? I'd rather... whatever, here. Yeah, see, you can see that start shrinking, right? So it should tell me, like, pretty precisely where everything is. That's what you want to do. Okay, it's just sitting in a field randomly. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do... I do have my Nautilus, though. Apparently I don't got anything. Find the Grenier caches again? Are you kidding me? Double find Grenier caches. I have to do it underground as well. Nah, man. That's awful. Why would you make me do this? especially when I don't have loot detector. Okay. They also make this light humming sound that is super not helpful to actually finding them. I'm just gonna check every nook and cranny. Is that what other option do I have right now? These maps are really poorly laid out. I would like to find them before the 6 minute, or at least one more before the 6 minute timer runs out. The reason is because, like, it only updates the scale of the map. Like, it updates it very infrequently. So, I need to keep that up. Okay, so it's gonna start updating soon. Why would you install turrets like this inside? It's very, very perplexing, so to speak. Okay, the map should start shrinking now. It's not? Okay, that's fun. Okay, I guess I'll keep checking. Anything in here? Nope. Well, no bonus for me. I've checked in there already. Oh, what the heck happened? Oh, now it's shrinking. Is it centered all the way back there? What's going on? I hate navigating this underground nonsense. There it is. This is stupid. I don't like this mission type. It's awful. I don't think it should be in the game. Like, hide and go seek. Right? Imagine playing hide and go seek in an entire, like, cave system. That's just ridiculous. Got some people hopping in. No, it's okay. It's been a slow week. Eliminate enemies. Okay. I should really roll my Grattler Ribbon. Do. More over there. Okay, let's do something a bit more precise, shall we? There's gotta be, like, a way to make Titania's, gotta be a way to make Titania feel better. So did that count as a bounty? Or did that count as a mission? That did not count as a bounty. Okay, that's really unfortunate. I don't want to do the rest of these if I'm not getting anything for it. Okay, let's go streaming. Live now. I should really be posting more on Twitter. Weeklies. Just hanging out. Alright. Yeah, I literally, for Warframe, I'm at the point where it's kind of like, eh, just hang out, it's fine. Some people want me to play some more Warframe, some people want me to play Helldivers. But, I want to finish up, what was it called?
At my waypoint, you'll find the commander responsible for taking the relic.
Oh, come on. There we go. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. Hello, it all. So what you're seeing right now, if you're not accustomed to Warframe, is like this little thing where I'm gliding like that. That is the three frame trick that I was talking about. like, I I can believe that there's a 6 frame requirement for the Abyssal Screech. It's just that my current skill rating for the game isn't high enough. Also, like, I don't have a intuitive understanding of like when certain frames end for abilities, right? Which is also adding to the difficulty. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I should really be working on my another video. I just, like, okay, so you know how a lot of the time when you have a project or a thing you want to work on, and then like it's the most difficult part is starting it, right? That's kind of like how streaming was for me at the very beginning. It's just like I always wanted to stream. It took me years to work up the chutzpah to start it. So, and when I started making videos, every single one of those videos turned out to be one of those like things holding me back. You know. You know what? I mean, this is low level stuff. I can probably just do this. I'm so bad at the Necromech one. I think that's the only one I really have problems with at the moment. The Zip. Anyways, I have been spending a little bit of my spare time playing the new Wuthering Waves game. It's really badly optimized. My computer does not like that game. The combat's really interesting, though. Hello, Orion Warlock. Welcome to the chat. I'm literally just hanging out and, you know, just doing a little bit of Warframe for the people who want to hang out in it. Maybe help out some new players. Because some of the people that hop into stream either don't play Warframe or, like, you know, they've given it a very limited trial run. And that's perfectly fair. I think Warframe is like definitely a game that everyone should try out once, you know? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, so how have you been, Warlock? I think it's been a little over a month since I last saw you. But yeah, one unfortunate thing about like Warframe is that it does a really bad job tutorializing anything. But if you can get a few hours into the game and you find what you like about it, like that's the beauty of Warframe. There's a little bit of something for everyone, you know. Is it daytime? In 5 minutes. Huh, interesting. You got 2 exams. Yeah, finals are... No, I completely agree. Like, I don't think exams are the best way to test a student, right? And this is coming from someone who used to work in research and someone who has completed their undergrads over a very long period of time, right? Because I was working and all of that while that was happening. Well, I'm glad you're getting through it, right? It's a struggle, for sure. Another Grenier cash mission. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's find the caches. You know what? Let's just get this out of the way. I hate Grenier caches. It's like my least favorite thing to show up. Like, oh, but you could just find them so quickly. I'm like, yeah, you can. But, like, why? This is the wrong way, too. They have these in their mission, and they're just like, oh, yeah, the players can figure it out. I'm just like, this is the one time you probably want to give them some kind of hint. Like, they just need to come back to this mission type and, like, reevaluate what players actually need. So the reason why I'm using Razor Wing here is because, well, it makes me smaller and the world bigger, right? So it gives me a bigger field of view as I scan the terrain. I do move a lot slower though. I'm not using Razor Wing Blitz. Got biology and language studies left. Man, I used to love biology. Like, so I used to be a bio major before I swapped over to computer science. Well, technically it's robotics, but like, I don't really count that because I barely did any such thing related to the field after the fact. Especially since I went into medical research after that. But, you know, can't go off exposing too much of my background. I'll go into what's interesting, not what's revealing, you know? I just gotta wait for this last one, because I don't know where it is. Like, the area should start shrinking down soon, I'd imagine. But, like, I've already searched the outskirts. So, I guess it has to be in here somewhere? No? Okay. Yeah, this bounty type kind of blows chunks. Yeah, just take it one day at a time. Like, that's the most that anyone can ask of you. Really? It was here? Where is it here? There it is. Ugh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I find like the mechanics of creature design so fascinating, right? Be it like one of the most difficult topics and probably like the holy grail problem in biology or cell biology to be specific is like how we don't know exactly the mechanisms that started the creation of cells, right?
Disrupting the story
Like what was the
of this world.
earliest
The Origins
progenitor
guards will try to
of
save us from danger.
genetics, right?
We can't give them the opportunity to attack it.
For instance,
An Ostron
like
patrol
was
has
genetics
mapped
the
out the
first
Origins
thing?
control
Did we
room.
have
We'll take the
chemicals
down drone.
that wanted to uh self-propagate? How would it propagate, right? How did we create cells? Some people like the lazy answer and say, well, something else created it, but then that beckons the question, what created that, right? If something existed before time, then like what created time, you know? Like one of one of the silliest and probably like elegant things you could say is, and the most honest thing is that we don't know, right? To claim that we know anything about something that we have no data on, or it's impossible to get any data on, is a little bit like dishonest, right? Disingenuous. Like if I were religious, I'd say that I'm religious, right? This is what like my book says, but ultimately I don't know. I'm not gonna like people are gonna claim their book is right, your book is wrong, and all of that stuff. Like we at the end of the day, like humanity does best when we're working together to do something and not sowing divisions between people. That's what a lot of folk seem to have forgotten in the recent years, is that like if you are going to like cause problems for people, right? That like for instance, if you're going to protest, like protest in front of the people who matter, don't make it everyone else's problem, right? That's my biggest issue with a lot of the modern protests out there. Like for instance, if you're going to set yourself up in front of traffic and all of that, like do so in front of the industries that you're protesting against, not like do it in such a way that makes everyone upset, right? Because at the end of the day, your greatest weapon will be your ability to get people on your side. And if you can't get people to your side, and you permanently disfigure your ability to get people onto that side, then what's the point of what's the point of protesting to begin with, right? What's the point of making a demonstration if nobody will listen to you, and you're guaranteeing that, you know? I don't think that's really a hot take,
Now for the rest.
right? You're welcome to disagree with me though, because at the end of the day, right? If you believe in something and you want more people to believe in it, you should probably not make people upset at you, right? Who are you going to listen to? Like someone who, like, you are, like someone who's neutral to you, or you have um, like neutral or potentially positive feelings towards, or someone that literally just wasted an hour of your life. Like, people are pissed off if you waste even 15 minutes of your life, you know? Oh, it's another control thing. I don't like this. This is why I got Titania. Let's burn all of these guys. Like, I remember, like, when I was taking physics, I had a professor who, very often would protest like deforestation and all that stuff, and they would spend a lot of time going up to the mountaintops where these things were happening, and like tying themselves to those machines, right? That's a demonstration that literally only piss off like the workers, right? They're doing it peacefully, they're not like sabotaging like the masses, right? Imagine if you went to like a Home Depot or a carpentry shop and started wrecking everything and like making like destroying all the cash registers and everything, right? Who does that actually help at the end of the day? Because like you don't get people to change their minds by yelling at them. You get people to change their minds by proving them wrong. Like, I don't know if that's like absurd or not to hear about, but at least, very least, that's like, that's my perspective on the matter. I need a way to boost this weapon's power up even further. Like, for instance, yeah, like I like the reason why I'm being like very vague about like the stances and things, right? There's a lot of things that I disagree with, right? And I'm not here to push like a viewpoint or a narrative or like try to change your mind about like a specific topic. I just want to like have a proper dialogue about like how these changes are sought after and how people like are going about it today versus like classically, right? Like for instance, there's a reason why like a lot of people don't like hippies, right? There's a like, but if you were talking about like how they protest, a lot of people don't have problems with the people who wanted to show their belief in the form of protests and did not get in the way of people's daily lives, right? It's not like I'm going to Whole Foods or whatever have you and like go, okay, like we're going to chain it up so that you aren't allowed to get in there, you know? Yeah, I think the only Titania needs a buff to her kill speed. I think ultimately that's what she needs. Like, this feels fine. Like, the fact that I'm doing, like, Thermal Sunder Titania, I think that's the whole reason why she sees any use right now, is because she's hyper agile. And, like, she can very, very quickly apply, like, Thermal Sunder, right? I like how that doesn't count as an enemy for the count. Yeah, like, I know that the viewer count is pretty small today, and that's okay. I'm more curious to hear, like, people's thoughts about the matter, if they want to voice them. Oh, my dog's asleep. He is very, very cute. Because at the end of the day, it's not, like... You can have, like, people that you dislike. You can have things that you dislike. It's not about convincing them, right? It's about understanding them. And then having them understand you. And people aren't going to give you the time of day if they're upset at you, right? That's always going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult balance to strike. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit too philosophical for people. Like I don't have like the high energy streamer energy, so to speak. I'm I'm not going to be yelling, I'm not going to be screaming, I'm not going to say you're wrong, I'm right, any of that nonsense, you know? So I just got to finish a bunch of missions. So I think I'll do the Archon hunt and some Netrocells if anyone wants to join me. I'm going to just do a little bit of Duviri first. Just to chill, you know? Speaking of which, how is my Nameron doing? Because I haven't checked in a while. I have 1,000,000 to use. I'm almost done. Void Levitation. First ability creates a rift. Shockwave lasting thing. Increases the lift status on all enemies it touches. Additionally, 50% of weapon damage per lifted enemy. Wait. Enemies attacked by the operator. So you can get up to... Okay. So here's the one thing I have with as a problem with waybounds. It's really, really static, right? Once you get the upgrades in, you either have them or you don't. And there's not a lot of customization there. Like, you either have all of these or you don't. You either have all of these or you don't, right? Because, like, I could imagine the operator, like, I think there should be a little bit of a focus on making operator a little bit more enticing to use outside of just the arcanes and the focus. Because the build is kind of... Okay, I can probably max this out now. How much do I need? I need 400. I need probably 800k. Because, like, look at how many brilliant Eidolon shards I have, right? Like, if I just do, I don't know, 10 of them. That's not a lot. Okay, whatever. Let's equip Nameron. Let's finish this off. Activate. And then let's go do some Steel Path Deviri for a little bit. You know, just chill, save an animal, shoot an animal, something something. I haven't done Deviri in a long time. I don't even know what I have. Look at me doing all of the open world stuff. My dog is dreaming. She's kicking and running in her sleep. It is very, very cute. I don't know if you guys can hear me when I'm talking under my breath like that. As long as she's happy. Let's do Inaros. Sure, why not? What setups are there for Inaros? I would have preferred Nidus, but Corrosive Projection, Desiccation's Curse. Sure, why not? Ovnik, all of that. Rauta, wonderful. I haven't used you since Thoptering was in the game. What is this thing's heavy attack send forth a glaive ricocheting off enemies? So okay, that could be fun to build around. Sure, the Stug for the meme. Why not? Okay, I'm not gonna be able to use morale boost too well, I don't think. Okay, so I should actually have The Rauta is going to be my only decent weapon here, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
The Prince of Fire. Lodin of Deviri was
Where do you want me?
Prince of Fire.
So I don't have that. I can fight Kalervo. I can go to the amphitheater.
Least of all himself.
So one nice thing is that they said that they're looking into whether or not they'll introduce drifter combat. I think that'll be very enticing for a lot of people. Oh wait, I don't want to fight these. Whatever. I guess I'm fighting them. I've forgotten how to play Warframe. It's been like a really hot minute since I last played. Get parried! Okay, King's Collateral. Yeah, more rare decrees, please. Get me out of here. Okay, let's do some of this. Always turn around like 180. Because like the way that Warframe does most of its spawns is that it tries to spawn things out of your line of sight, right? And because it's broken, it becomes like really like it's really dependent on like where your character is looking, what you have vision of. So one of the most annoying things is if you have like enemy detection, you actually push back how close something can spawn a lot of the time. And that's kind of silly, don't you think? Irresistible bombardment. Yes, please. Okay, we have that. Sure. And then where's the other one? The other one's over here. Ooh, lucky shot. So the reason why I came to the amphitheater is because it has a lot of decrees I can get really early. Smoldering Strikes, very nice. And because I can get a lot of decrees really early, that means like I can have a better start instead of just like diving straight into combat. Because as you can probably tell, I'm not very good at the game, right? I'm a very slow, kind of methodical playstyle, and oftentimes like I turn off my brain and forget to even react to certain things. So I have been practicing the Absolute Radiance fight. Ooh! I've gotten to the point where I can beat it once every like 20 shots, but that's with some really, really like amazing RNG, you know? Okay, that's done. I wish I could control the bird. This little minigame is not well put together. I love the change in perspective. I would prefer to have some control. See, look, like the tree blocked my vision at that point. Yeah. It's kind of silly. Kind of silly. Also, one thing I wish that DE would cut out is making things take longer or are more difficult if you are playing with people. I hate that. I think that's annoying. Right? I think if you are going to make a... if you're going to make a game multiplayer, right? Sure, there should be some multiplayer scaling, but like... Oh, it's not like, oh, instead of having to find like the 3 lost obols, you have to now find 7 lost obols. Like, what? I'm playing with my friends for them to help me. Or like, so that we have like a better time with this. Not so that it takes longer. That's a main objective. Okay, let's go up here.
Whoa, now.
And then that. Where's the next one? Hey, am I blind? Yeah, I'm blind. I think it's just like I think it's fairly lazy just to say, oh, now you have to do more of the thing. I'm like, my dude, right? Like, why would I want to play hide and seek with more children when it's already a pain in the butt to play hide and seek with like 4? You know? So apparently it's possible to zip with the drifter. I just haven't been very lucky with it. So if I do this. Nope, that's not a zip. How about so I yeah, I don't know how people are doing it with the drifter. I might need to see how people are doing it. So I think this is the main objective for today. Help the goat thing.
Buddy, I know.
The darkness is banished, little friend. Go now. Adventures await you.
There we go. More decrees. Instant goat. There's a Kaith ride. You know, just taking it nice and easy. It's been a long time since I've done any Duviri, so... Since people have been coming out with videos about how Void Cascade is the best, like... Oopsie. Best way to farm, arcanes. It's kind of like really put, the market in a rut. Or at least my primary, like, source of income. It's okay, that's just how the market is, right? I'm not going to go like, oh no, the market should have stayed the same forever. I don't know. Markets evolve. That's just the usual thing. So the reason why I'm sliding around instead of like properly fighting these guys, ow, is because I want to get sliding kills. I don't know if these count as sliding kills. Yes, they do. Okay. When sliding, deal toxic damage. Okay. So they have to have their HP drop to 0 while I'm sliding, though. That's a problem. Okay. Let's see what the lady has for sale. Just in a bit. The nice thing about Duviri is that there's always something to do in Duviri, like you have a goal. And I think like Warframe does need a little bit more of those, which I'm expecting 99 to do, right? I feel like 99 is going to be another roguelike alternate game mode kind of situation. Okay, so where's the lady? She's up there? Okay.
I'm pretty happy with the plan.
I don't really care about Bremen too much. I guess I'll just get my sliding kills later. Not like super duper important. Okay, Smoldering Strikes, finish that off so they don't show up again.
Curious. Should I pretend I haven't?
Let's browse. Let's see what you got.
No. This is much
Rifle Riven or Pathos Clamps? Is there anything I actively want? I can get some shotgun if I... No, I don't want any of that. I guess... No, that's Pathos Clamps. I can just get that for other things.
other times.
Okay. Let's start with the main objective now. First and foremost, let's just check out what goons are here. Oh, okay. So I don't care about, like, these guys. These guys don't get me any rewards, right? It's more so this that I want. So every golden decree is an increase of 50% damage. And every normal decree is 25. Same with HP. So this will give me an additional 50% damage. Not multiplicatively, it's additive. But, like, it's something, you know? The reason being is most of them count as 2 decrees. They're not necessarily the best picks or the most powerful picks, but they're a decent one. I believe this is underground. I hate heavy landing.
While I deal with whichever of the imp's incompetent ministers set this travesty up, you can take it back down again.
Okay, let's do this. Do. There we go. Okay. I can go to Calervo's hold now. I think I'm strong enough to deal with Calervo.
As the never-to-be king's fortune rose, so
Never to be kings? Oh no, poor Loden.
indignation, his anger.
More damage. Sure. Why not? More damage. Oh, that means I shouldn't do Calervo now. Look at my HP. Okay, let's go to the amphitheater. So these guys are probably archers. If they are, then they're worth a decree. Oh, gosh, darn it. I took too much damage. Okay, Blazing Bombardment, sure. And then that's a big group, so yes, please. Good job giving strength to everyone who's not alive anymore. Rising Agony. More critical damage. Defeat the Dax. Sure. Yeah, some days it's slow, some days it's not. That's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look at my library and see what I got to play after Hollow Knight, because it's very, very likely by the end of
As if I were nothing but a filthy tab, Snaffler.
if yeah, if I am going to guess, I should be done. Oh god, I'm getting tagged. There we go. Armor. Damage of shots by 1. I really want all of these, but I can't keep taking them, oh whatever, in a row.
Now, anger is a powerful weapon. Be sure of that.
Oh wait, that probably hit Inaros really hard, didn't it? Whatever.
Does that brat on the throne have
Yeah, Inaros' HP dropped by half. That's kind of awful.
I've had to send
Oh no.
into the undercroft to clean
Okay, that's pretty bad.
this mess? Maybe you'll do a better job. See what's amiss.
I need to not die first. Okay. Do 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 do. Alright, this is supposed to be Steel Path, right? This is not the best choice, I might add. So let's see. Let's just grab all of this, heal up. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to keep up my HP for the use of or energy regen. I should have taken Rage. From, whatchamacallit? From Decrees. Oh. I DC'd. There we go. Had a little bit of a technical hiccup. It should be fine. We'll just keep on going. So the density is actually really low for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. Oh. I would like to rescind all of that. Density just got a lot more annoying to deal with. Well, at very least, I have the Drifter still. Oh, never mind. This is bad. How do I do this? I should never have taken all of that nonsense. Save me! Oh, wait. I can punch things to resurrect myself now. I wish they would tell me, like, how much time I had left to do it, as well. I forgot that that got changed. It's a better change, for certain, but it's not, like, amazing. Let's do this. Yeah, at very least I can do I have damage based off of my drifter instead of my guy. Because, oh boy, efficiency's a problem. Some people really don't like the lifted status effect. I can kind of get it. But right now, it's kind of saving my butt. I'm having trouble closing all of these. Mostly because I'm having trouble surviving. Yes, it's my fault for taking all those decrees. It's not Enos' fault. I get it. Also, like, I had really bad weapons. At very least, I can do this until the dragon. Yeah, it was a bad call to take that last Tainted Decree. Because now everything is pain. Until I can... Yeah, see, look at that. I was invulnerable and I died to that. Come on, come on. There we go. Rip them up. I can't even use any of my abilities. Like I'm just so energy hungry right now. Get me a cat. Save me, cat. Summon another cat. I don't know if cats are affected by duration. It'd be nice if they were. I have 3 cats. I should be able to get up to 5. Okay, 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 and go. Where? There's supposed to be a orb somewhere? Whatever. You know, if it doesn't want to show itself, it's fine. It can be shy all at once. It'd be nice if I had access to my sentinel here. I don't know if anyone else agrees. Yeah, I should not have taken that minus 50% armor. That was a bad bet on my end. What does my number 2 do again? I don't remember. Let's grab these. There we go.
May become a gaping wound, thanks to you. That will not now happen.
Majestic strikes. Close contagion is like a must take.
Retreated away from him. So his rage became like a stone in his chest, weighing him down.
I told the imp these void-sodden travesties were a stupid idea. Oh, but they're so strong, Logan. Kill one, take what it's guarding, prove me right.
Yeah, I'm not very strong for the number of decrees I have. Oh. Ow.
Loden turned his anger inward and found the source. Folly and betrayal,
Do that.
but his own shortcomings.
Envious economy, please. I currently am playing solo. If people want to join in, they are more than welcome to. I was just starting off the stream, so yeah. Totally down to play with others though. So if you want to join in, just shoot me a message on Warframe. I should probably turn on crossplay at that point for that. Options, cross. Yeah, it's already on. Yeah. Yeah, that's my drifter. Well, most of the outfit came from the Dex nonsense. So from the annual anniversary. You've missed your chance this year to grab it, I believe. But next year, like you'll get access to all of the Dex stuff. So they come back every year. You don't permanently lose out on stuff. The only stuff that you might permanently lose out on is some of the Nora associated items, because I have no idea when they come back. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. It depends if they have a good theme or not when they're replacing the Nora. A lot of the times they don't, so that's when like the shoulder pads come back, for instance. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, my brain has been pretty terrible, like the last few days. I've not been like in the greatest brain spaces, if that makes sense. But life's about taking those kind of hits and moving forward, right? So I'm looking for that last ham. There's one up here. Go, go, go. Yeah, just jump. There you go. It's all good. Lucinia's, please. I need Lucinia's so bad. Where did... You guys aren't even worth a decree.
Or noble about his anger. It was just the raving of a petty, paltry man.
Okay, I need some more decrees before I move on. Because at very least I want those Pathos clans, right? No. Let's try Clervo. I should be able to do it. Yeah. I'll hop into the Discord. Just give me a moment. Hopping in there now. At least it's going to be helpful for communication and whatnot. But since people are going to be hopping in, I should probably finish this Duviri run sooner rather than later.
The prisoner seems to think you and he have unfinished business.
Yeah, I need to trim some files as well. I need to get rid of a bunch of my old video files. Because I'm running low on space. Hello! I am exhausted. Don't know how evident it is, or obvious it is. But, yeah. I'm totally down to play some, play with people, play with folk. Wait, Clervo has armor? It's weird.
Betrayer, fool. Each time it is I who shall cast you down.
It's kind of Clervo in a nutshell. Yeah, he does have armor. It's just that his... I always thought he never had armor because of his HP bar up top.
Just one more defeat amongst
Yeah.
countless
So you can actually skip phases if you have a Mesa. Because if they're in there 4 before you get to whatchamacallit. He stands up, he just falls down, transitions right away. Because Mesa can still shoot him. Because he's in LOS.
What did this drifter do to
It's
deserve
very, very
your
funny.
respect?
Okay, I'm gonna quickly get out of here, and then we can...
Answer me!
Oh, I should've picked Wormling's Aid! Gosh darn it. Okay, anyways. Oh, it's gonna take a hot minute, yeah. Yeah. It's all good. Where is the portal that I'm supposed to take? That's one issue. Oh, it's over there. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, just playing a lot of go ahead. No, I haven't. It changed it so that stream can hear you guys. Yeah, normally if I'm doing like a more discussion oriented thing, like I do feel bad that if like there are multiple people here, I need to cut people off, right? But I'm just like, I still need to stream, you know? It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. I'm just, you know, enjoying the weekend. So, cute little trick is that you can mark one of its legs, and you will always know where it's going. This guy is just bad at his job, so... No, that's just my drifter. Yeah, I got the flamethrower set up for it. Or the void thrower. I don't remember. It's been ages since I did. Yeah, like, if you are having trouble with Duviri, like, just invest in a good, or like a half-decent amp. And, like, you'll do more damage than your Warframe, like, 90% of the time. Yeah, no, Eidolons, there are people who like that stuff, and I'm not one of them. Like, I think it's really cool to do every once in a while. Like, I would love to do some Eidolons on stream, just so that, like, you know, people can experience it themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1... He's not shooting missiles. That's not normal. He normally shoots a bunch of missiles. Yeah, like, the fact that Eidolons are bound to cycles, I think is its weakest point. I think you should be allowed to just pick what time of day you're going in. Like, ultimately, like, that's my biggest pet peeve with it at the moment. He's actually really strong. I just gimped him because I took a bunch of corrupted decrees. So he takes 50% more damage, he has 50% HP, and he has 50% less armor. So, like, basically all the things that Inaros doesn't want. So he's horribly gimped at the moment. No, this is my drifter.
It will not get up again.
Oh, really bugged. Yeah, you can, so I know that Nightmare Frame put out a build that's like, oh, you can give Inaros 100 shield and infinitely shield gate. I'm just like, what? I didn't bother watching. I don't know. There has to be a saucy mechanic that you can put on. I know they were using the corrupted shield gate mod.
King. But I'll never get the chance. Because they hate me! Everyone hates me! And guess what? I hate myself more!
No, he's still suffering that same issue, right? No amount of 90%, like no amount of stacking 90% damage resistances is gonna stop that from happening. Oh yeah, but like if 90% damage reduction, like if you have 99.99 continuous percent damage reduction and you still get one shot, I think at that point there's a problem with the game and not you.
Unable to control
You know?
it, thus was he consumed. Behold, dragon of Lodin.
So like one way is through shield gating with him in the cheesiest thing that I've ever seen. Excuse me.
Master the brute while you can.
Well, mind you, like the game has never been truly balanced around Steel Path, right? Because Steel Path was always supposed to be optional content, and I get that, but I'm like, at that point, like, a lot of players are reaching endgame sooner nowadays, right? So like, there's a lot of endgame to play, and it's kind of silly to say, oh no, we're not going to balance around endgame anymore, which is what they're starting to do with the armor, looking at enemy armor. What did I die to? Okay. Sometimes those little wormlings are like horrifyingly accurate. I'm gonna take so much damage here. Get me out of here. There we go. So Inaros, his big thing now is that he is one of, what, 4 frames that have corrosive as a damage type on all of his abilities, or a majority of them. With 2 greens. Yes. Yeah. If you give him 2 greens, he can full strip. He can... Yeah. Like, he can permanently have Sandcats up that apply his 4. So his 4 is always up. But the stupid thing is, like, he doesn't need to be the one that has his 4 to use it, if that makes sense. As I've shown you before, I believe. Yeah. I think Korra pulls it off better because Venari actually CCs enemies. Okay, let's grab this.
The weapon they have sent is inelegant, but devastating.
Yeah, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's all supposed to be all in good fun. It's like the ultimate thing. I found that, like, if you really want to bring like some problem frames, like Vazarin is just like the easiest way to go. And then just give them like... It is. But like, if you're planning to do Necromech content, for instance, like, there's no better way to heal your Necromech than using your Void Sling. As well as like giving yourself like the worst like shield gate in the game, or not even gate, like just shielding ability in the game. Yeah, I just need to survive this. So I don't know why you're not allowed to change the Drifter in here. It's kind of silly. Yeah, same. Oh look, I instantly died to something I have no control over. What hit me? Is there anything that hit me? Right? Like, what did I die to? Yeah, you become a sand version, you can punch things, and like after punching X number of things, you resurrect. No, it's yeah, it's now X number of hits, but the number of hits required goes up as you yeah, die more. Did I miss one? I totally did. It's down here. There we go. I wish I could select the type of arc gun I bring in here, but I know that they want you to use the Imperator. It's a regular Imperator. No, it's a default Imperator. There's no mods associated with it.
Find a way to stop its spawn.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh boy, look at me. I can punch things now because I can't survive being set on fire. Like, I don't think they fixed like his core issues, right?
They must feel the situation is truly desperate.
It's definitely a big one. Yeah. Enter Adrenaline, Rage. Yeah. I do like running Parasitic Armor with Warframes that are really, really energy hungry. Because it enables... basically, Parasitic Armor is a Helminth ability that lets you... okay, game. Please. Stop being a dick. Like, it's the one that changes shields to armor. Right? With a multiplier. So that I can start taking health damage, right? Okay, I'm going to have to do this with a limited number of respawns and whatnot. Oh right, I brought the Stug because of the meme. Yeah, I'm shooting the dragon with a Stug. And now I'm suffering. Yeah, it's kind of awful. I can, but it's the Rauta. It's just like all sorts of like a bad day situation. Like the dragon's just shooting me. But like well, I did it for the meme as well as I didn't get any weapons. I think the best secondary I had was the Tysus. And I don't even think like I don't think most people remember what the Tysus is, you know? It's the infested, like, acid thrower gun. Yeah. Thanks. You shot a laser at me. Now we have to sit here for another 30 seconds. Can I just... Okay. I should be able to exit these modes instead of being forced into them. Like, it should drop me into the coffin and say, oh, do I want to do the thing? Do I want to do my bleed out thing? Do I want to do other things, right? I shouldn't be forced into it. Oh well. Okay, almost there. I could have sworn that... I could have sworn that the arc gun was supposed to respawn. But they haven't. Oh, am I gonna lose? This is gonna be really frustrating if I lose here because of something stupid like me picking Inaros. Yeah. Should be, but it's also based off of RNG because he has a hit scan immediate attack, right? How many more? There we go. Good stuff. Okay. Got the Pathos class. Yay.
The calm of the true warrior has prevailed.
Like, okay, they never explain this to you, but you get an additional decree choice after you beat the dragon, and look at how many rerolls I got. Like, it looks like the graphics are bugging. Wait, how many choices do I have? Look at this. It's not 5, it's... So Scornful Cast is at the bottom. I have 8 choices. Like, okay, I'm gonna pick the gold ones. Let's do Royal Wrath. And then... Oh, I can't pick any more. Okay. Sure, I'll quickly do one more decree just to see if I have all of those rerolls, and then I'll try to roll down and see what I got. Just for entertainment. I'm not going to do any of the Thrax portals because I don't think Enos can survive them. But ultimately, I think the unfortunate thing is, like, Enoros's 1 is now very, very usable, but Enoros himself, I think, still suffers from the same problems he previously had. I think he's very strong. Like, he can do, like, base Steel Path, I think, without too many issues. Yeah, I still have all of this. And then, let's see, how many rerolls? Yeah, like... And I'm gonna say that there are ways to make him work, like, for instance, giving him a shield somehow. I still don't know how people have done that, but still, you know? Mind you, that wasn't the best showing of Veneros to everyone. Like, I did as stupid, and I took everything that literally crippled him. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, just chilling today. Nothing special. I still gotta get some sliding kills.
Now, just in case
I still got... yeah. Mm-hmm. Is either potatoes, Nighting. What? Okay, so sometimes like the last two Noras, right? We got like two home run mods, right? One from each, being the Akicore mod and the Catabalist mod, right? And then this time around we got I don't know yet, but I don't think clip delegation is going to be amazing because you're going to have to like apply so much like status in order to make it work, right? Uh there's Nora from the so yes, basically to to keep it short and simple, but it's basically from when they are released by Nora via their volumes, or if they come up in her shop, like yeah, for instance, but it like bursting mass, like it's a long time though. Like when was the last time? Pardon? Yeah, this was a Nora mod though. Yeah. So, no, so napalm grenades is much worse than Nightwatch napalm. Napalm grenades was a Nora mod, Nora specific mod. That this is the first time it's come back in like 5 Noras, I think. So it's going to take a long time for the Akicore one to come back. Yeah, because like I think that one's going for like 300 or 400 plat right now. That's normally what happens. Same with the Catabalist one. Like, I went out, like, I never commit to buying them, but, like, for instance, I have, what was it called? Sentient Surge? Sentient Surge. I have 3 Sentient Surges. So, like, if you would like one, you can let me know. That's for the Akicore. Yeah. I bought them right when the market crashed for them. Because, like, right before Nora rotates out, like, hundreds of people are trying to sell them at the same time. So I picked those up for, like, 7 apiece. I picked up, like, 4 or 5 of them, for, like, in case some... You know, so... So I normally get them because they're cheap and they would be good gifts to people who actually want it or use them. Otherwise, I would sell them, right? Like, no, but like here's the thing, like I have like you and I both have a decent chunk of plat. So like there's not you know exactly. But like from one frugal person to another, if I can make if I can help save you a friend money, right? Then it's also worth doing. Like you get that gist, right? It's like, oh, I got it off. I heard. I heard. Yeah.
This is what we offer.
Yeah. So the way that story went, I believe, is like when you were trying to get them into Warframe, they really wanted to tell you.
To
Yeah.
cleanse the unclean. Of course, my Tenno.
Yeah, yeah. So here's an update for everyone who isn't in the loop. What was it called? Shattering Justice can now be put on the Kuva Heck.
Your back on a lot of innocent people, Tenno. What do you care?
Yeah, so it can be. So this is a sad thing because like the main weapon that was supposed to be like special was supposed to be the Sobek, right? For this patch. 200% multi-shot and justice. So yeah, like Sobek's not everyone's thing, but the heck, this is gonna be stupid. So, like the thing is, right? Like, oh, they just dropped the ball so hard. Do you know what's the biggest ball drop like ever about the Kuva Sobek? So of all of the more recent Nemesis weapons, right? They all had something special, right? Other than a stat upgrade, right? That was changed about how they work. For instance, like you want to do the Kuva Heck? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shotguns are just weird in this game. Like, I like how they eventually gave up on like specific categories of weapons, right? For instance, like shotgun primary sniper bow, right? It still is. That's the biggest deal. It's still too much, I think.
We were led astray. We forgot the conclave. So when
Which one? You own it? Oh. Yeah. I don't know. According to the patch notes, it should be available. Is Scattered Justice? Oh. My bad. Shattering is for Sobek. Yeah. So the biggest thing is that like if you yeah. So if you take a look at like what I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. My brain is just good. So here there are like some caveats to it, but yes, for the most part, if you are doing like a boss encounter and you're not able to kill things, it's not really a big point. We're doing Archons, right? Or do you want to do a sister? Yeah, I'm totally keen. Let me just send you an invite then. I got a very angry DM in Twitter the other day about like, every now and again I look at your stream and you still refuse to rank up. They're really upset. They're really, really upset. Just do it already. You're bringing us all shame. Like, what do you mean? Okay. The symbol. This are you talking about the symbol or the test itself is just an exterminate from what I know. It's in Samaris. They did. You want me to find it? You might not have found it. 88. Yeah. While the other people are setting up, so once again, people in chat, if you want to join in, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and roll my Uva Grad. We'll see. I just want to upgrade a Gradler, so cycle. I currently have 500,000. Critical damage, and reload speed. That's actually already not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it a little bit, see what I get. That is awful. And then roll again. That is even worse. And one last time. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I love my Kuva Gradler. I think I still want to upgrade it to 60 when I get the chance. Yeah, it's only at 26%. It could be so much stronger. Let's see. It has radiation. Shotgun Savvy. What does Savvy do? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Is... I don't think that's worth it. 50% critical damage? Frail. Frail momentum. I still don't have that corrupted mod, huh? Interesting. Oh yeah. So one silly thing, right, is that if like you one thing I've noticed is when you are like playing a new account, like sometimes just getting access to mods is like really really difficult, right? Some of the mods are just like really annoying to get because they drop from very specific things. So you can buy broken mods, like the ones that used to be in the game. Uh, they do, yeah, I know, but they do exist. So you can like as long as you've completed Chains of Harrow, you can go and buy them. Yeah, here I'll change I'll change our load location so you can take a look. So we'll cancel that. I'll go to Iron Wake. So when you got a moment, we'll do it. I'll show you where floods are. They did. They did. they removed the original flawed mods, but because the community is like, I still want the flawed mods for the meme, you can just come over here, where you can see this trash pile full of flawed mods. And you can literally buy any flawed mod you want, including the mods that are actually really difficult to get. Like, if you want quick thinking and you don't want to find that, well, I mean, they will always show its max level, right? That you still have to level them up. But how expensive is leveling something to 3, you know? Yeah, they're really, really worthwhile. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah. So the I wish that you could access this before Chains of Haro, but the only way to get access to Iron Wake is either someone, pulling you in there. I don't think you can taxi to here actually, but you have to do Chains of Haro to get here. But this is so worth it though. It'd be so. You'll have it before sacrifice. Yeah. Oh yeah, like lots of people don't actually watch dev streams or read the patch notes, right? I only know. Yeah, so leaving the Iron Wake. Yeah, like I believe they're still, they're not tradable though. That's the one caveat. But like, why would you want to trade them? Yeah. uh, it did. It did. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Next. Verena. Nyx, Atlas, and Styanax. I need to get my invigorations back up for when I need them. So I'm just gonna toss Nyx, Styanax, and Atlas in real quick. Well, you're getting set up. So let's get Atlas. No idea. Okay, let's get you in. Yeah, but you're just gonna press the middle mouse button anyways. Synthetics. Oryx capacitors, bile. He... I keep forgetting to read. Pheromones. Okie dokie. Yeah, take your time. Okay. Ability. Next one. Side X. I wonder, so apparently next week is going to be the next dev stream, so I'll be probably streaming that on Friday. And we're going to be seeing what Jade does. You have to eat what? Pheromone. I mean, we still have to get through the... X. And then... Why do all of them require synthetics? Same thing. Titanium, salvage, synthetics, you, and you, and you. Still need more oxides. I don't... Like, is oxium actually used in anything anymore? Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. I hate that it takes me, like, minimum 4 weeks to set up the helmet. What are you planning to do? Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can see. Like they've changed, like, honestly, I don't think attenuation's a good system. Because like in a game like Warframe, no one wants to be like, okay, I have this powerful, like a powerful high DPS build. Oh no, I have to fight this thing for 2 hours. Right? Well, no, they have plenty of bosses that don't keel under. They just don't keel under for stupid reasons. Like, the biggest thing is that they shouldn't be balancing for like the highest end of players at that point, because like it's just like I think if you're going to here's my thoughts, right? There should be a version of the challenges that is like should be balanced around like the upper echelon of players, but not like general gameplay mechanics, right? For instance, the necromechs in Sanctum Anatomica should not have attenuation, because they're just outright cancer, you know? When it... Yeah, and like one fire rate mod, if you do have it, just completely offsets it. Yeah. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Wukong's such a stupid Warframe. Like, he...
Hurry up. You are running out of time.
I love the, like, auto hack thing of the Narmer hacks. Okay. The cheesiest thing about this is even if they die now, as long as we get to the end before they bleed out, we're golden. Oh, I mean, like, I don't know if you were there during the beta days or the alpha days. When the rescue target like went down, you just lost, right? And back in the day, they didn't scale, right? So they would have 50-50 against level 40 things, right? Like 50 HP, 50 shield.
Target is being debriefed. If any trace of Era still remains inside Pazul, I will bring it to the surface.
Alright. I love the looks of the heavy Nakanas. The stances are just awful. Same with the... Technically, you have the default stance. Yeah, like, okay, now for defense. Okay. Yeah. Let's do Catabolist today. I love my Catabolist. It's such a stupid weapon. What pet do I have? I have the Oxylus. Swap that to Nautilus for grouping. And Manifold Bond, yes. Contagious Bond, yes. Assault Mode. Yeah. You've taken a look at some of the new bonds, right? No, since the first rework. Okay, so like Contagious and Manifold are always gonna be stupid. Like Contagious I believe both of those are actually from Plains of Eidolon. Yeah. So when the bond mods came out, all three planetside factions got a set. Manifold might actually be on Venus. So what Manifold Bond does is if you kill something with more than 3 status ailments on it, you reduce the cooldowns of your pet by 3 seconds. And then Contagious Bond is, well, if your pet kills something, it spreads up to 100 stacks of any status on the enemy. It used to be infinite, like, all stacks, but then, like, you can probably tell that someone broke the game immediately, because every time they add, like, do the what thing? Okay. Oh, I'm doing 3 million damage. This is such an underrated augment. $5 million damage. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. You can also, like, get energized munitions and just spam your middle click as well. Because it reduces the ammo cost for your middle click as well to 1. Which is really funny to me. I'll leave that corridor to you, so you can do your testing. So you're talking about, like, some kind of pellet effect? I'm not 100% certain what you're talking about. But, yeah. 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 Okay. Like, well, with the Phalarx, like, it triple dips, right? If depending on your setup. Because, like, and it's the 50% chance to do 2000% damage that gets double dipped on. So you can end up with what? Something close to, like, a 40,000%? Or something like that? Or actually way higher, right? It's 3 zeros, like 4 million%, yeah. And that's just from, like, a single dip. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, like, my setup is currently for dealing with Archons as well, in case it doesn't work out. I'm a very lazy player. Like, let's be honest, DE's just scared about, like, what the players can do, which is why we had... Exactly. Yeah, as long as it doesn't crash the game, I don't think it needs to be changed, personally. I think that's pretty fair. Don't know about you, though. Oh, 3 million damage. Yeah. Sometimes I'm getting, like, insane red crits. Such an underrated mod. Yeah, you might need to prime them with it first. Because, like, if it dies, like, it's also, like, I'm overkilling by a butt ton. Where's the guy? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it in Simulacrum. Like, because from what we understand, because there's no way we can, like, just get DE to confirm anything regarding how mechanics work. So, there are a couple items. That's just basically how they do it, right? They like to obfuscate information. They don't like talking about the fact that FPS, like, things are tied to FPS, right? And things like that, and inner game mechanics. They actively like try to shut down people who talk about that kind of stuff. It's really lame. But from what we understand, the way that Zata's Whisperers work is similar to how, like, you know how heat damage double dips with faction damage? Mm-hmm. Because, like, from what I understand, like, even with Bullet Attractor, a lot of the weapons, like, you can't hit something with multiple times, right? With the same bullet. Some of the time. It's not always the case. One very, very easy way to test that, right, is with Avara's Navigator. One of my favorite builds of all time is to have, like, a Arcaplasmor and just pilot the Arcaplasmor shot. Found out very quickly that... Yeah. 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 We should probably knock them down sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wave cleared. You're almost dead again. Where are you, my dude? Oh, you died to burning damage.
And I shall serve as shepherd.
It's very, very meager. I don't spend any of my plat on, or not much of my plat on fashion stuff. I like being able to farm my fashion stuff. Yeah, for sure. Everyone loves the Edo Prime shoulders. Everyone loves them. I don't know what that is. I wish that there were more just normal capes. There's not enough of those in Warframe. I think defense missions need to be fixed because this is just so long, you know? Yeah, but like, you get what I mean though, right? It shouldn't take you half an hour just to wait for things to spawn. There should be a button that says, hey, spawn everything in, or spawn the next wave, so that we can fight them all at the same time. I mean, I'm willing to take that risk. Yeah, like, I think there needs to be some kind of, like, change to how matchmaking works as well. Because, like, if I'm playing... No, not new people need to be with new people. I think they should have the option of, like, if they're doing matchmaking, saying, okay, I want to have, like, a more genuine experience, so I want to matchmake with people closer to my MR, right? Or, like, I want to... Like, if I'm doing public, I don't want not to be host. right? Because, like, I hate jumping into a simulacrum and being like, oh, I join in, and then it's... Or not simulacrum, but, you know, what was it called? Sanctuary Onslaught. And it's like, oh, no, we're all leaving. Bye. I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I just... No, like, yeah. But, like, having to deal with the host migrations when I don't need the host migrations. The game, I don't know, for some reason, like host migrations is something that has aged really, really poorly. I think, like credit where credit is due. Like, I think Warframe's service as a live service, as like oh yeah. Yeah. But, like, what I'm getting at is, like, Warframe has, like, some revolutionary technology when it comes to, like, handling their servers, right? There's not many games... Yeah, like, because there's not many live service anything out there, right, that has redundant servers like they do. Right? Like, to have the servers being updated while people are still in game, and being told, oh, you can just stay in game until you guys are done what you're doing, and then you can download the update, right? Like, there's not many services like that, which is really, really, like, nice. I think not enough people, like, talk about that aspect of the design of the game. And I think that's, like, really where, like, Steve and the OG team, like, really excelled at. And they're not good at actually making a game. They're good at making a decent like a pretty above average service. I don't know if that's fair or not, but that's my outside perspective.
I do not like that. Not one bit.
Oh yeah, for certain. Like, so yeah, I do agree that Steve is the common denominator in, like, the failures of Soulframe and Wayfinder, right? The thing that I'm talking about is, like, the underlying systems, like the visual effects and the engines themselves, I think, are quite well handled, right? By comparison, their game design, they still need a lot of work, right? They need to actually just hire someone, and Steve needs to step back. But in terms of designing the engines themselves, for instance, the new lighting systems and the upgrades to all of that stuff, right? I would say that, like, that's his strength, and I don't think he should be participating in the actual game's development. He should be working more on back end. But that's just my 2 cents on it. How is my damage right now? They haven't touched Dante since his last nerf, so no. Or the last time you checked him. I mean, he's like, the problem is that people are also having a lot of fun with Dante. And the community's really split on what, like, people should be changing. Give my gun back. Okay. Me to deal with you, deal with you. I placed a marker on him. There's so many disco lasers. Yeah. Also, personally, I think like the duplex bond, at least for sentinels, the sentinels should hover around your head, so you could have like up to 5 sentinels hovering around you instead of them floating around randomly and aimlessly. But it works on sentinels. They just float around and they shoot things because they can't use abilities, right? But I think it would be much more visually impressive and have a lot more function if you had the option of them just, you know, sticking around you like a normal sentinel. You know, so that you can become like a turret battery. I don't know, that's just me. Like, I really like that's the thing about like Helldivers 2, Helldivers 2 as well, because language is weird. Have to do it that way. Anyways, like the balance team was not focused on having fun. The developers were not focusing on having fun, and as a result, like look at the player numbers like plummet, right? Yeah, like they keep nerfing things. They haven't added anything new or functional, you know? Like Polar Patriots was like a complete letdown. Like people were memeing about how like everything feels like it was pre-nerfed. Like I don't know. When you have a gun that is supposed to be a charge-up weapon that does less damage than like a rapid-fire version of the same mechanic, it's like, well, what's even the point? You know?
There you go. One Archon, coordinates and all.
Okay.
Ready as a mucking dinner.
The scans are complete, Tenno. Prepare for an assault on the Archon.
Precisely. Like, so the Sony thing, I do blame Arrowhead to some degree, because let's be honest, if they communicated it the whole time, like if they just kept communicating that, okay, just so you know that this is going to happen, they probably shouldn't have sold like to the affected regions, right? But like if they kept everyone informed and in the loop, and so that there was a constant discussion, because like at the beginning of the game's life cycle, the communication was the strongest part, right, of the community. The CEO, the CMs, and some of the devs were fairly responsive, fairly all right. Some of them aren't media trained, so some of them lashed out really badly, especially when the railgun nerf hit initially. And because like, yeah, for the most part, I'm going to let you get dibs, like the first 2 shots on Amar, and then and then like if it goes sideways or whatnot, I will shoot them in the face. Right. It's such a good weapon. I would use the Lex more if I could charge off of body shots for the Incarnate. Like, honestly, I think they should, like, tone down on the headshot requirement. I'm almost there. Okay, here we go.
Amar, he will close the distance shockingly fast when he creates duplicates. Look for the one that is armed.
Getting pinned to a wall. There he is. We'll do it for phase 2. We'll do it in phase 2. It's okay. He, like, just as a reminder, he will probably go invuln as soon as phase 2 starts. So just save it until he starts jumping around. But I think, like, the Archons could have been, like, something more interesting.
This gate only opens to Narmer prayers.
Like,
The veils from
from my point of view, like, the Deacons should be around all the time, and you can choose to engage the Archon early, but defeating the Deacons would drastically lower, like, the defenses that they have, right? Like, each Deacon would give the Archon more power, so it gives it, like, you got the option. If you can't out DPS, like, whatever nonsense they got, then you gotta go after the Deacons and make it easier for yourself. Right? And, like, then you don't have to do something stupid like attenuation. Right? Because, like, the HP bar shouldn't scale with your DPS. Did House Whispers got him? Yeah. It'll be interesting because, like, I'm working on a couple of game design documents at the moment, and, like, one of the saddest things is if I'm testing a game, I know that if it isn't fun to, like, even just test and play, then it's not going to be fun as a final product, right? So I need to, like, be weary of that. I need to focus on fun first, right? I think that's fair. I think that, like, Warframe would have been, like, Warframe is actually just a miracle child that it's survived this long to be at all, like, large. Like, it just offered enough of something that wasn't being experienced. That, like... Anyways, you got the... Oh, that's not you. I'm just going to start shooting the wrong ones. They're all up there. So he's iframed now. I gave you the warning. Okay. Yeah. There he is. He's marked. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's like my favorite thing. It's like the buzzsaw.
Amar thought himself a hunter.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now,
Like, is... Hello, Ninja! Welcome to the chat. Yeah, we just took down Amar. Oh, my dog's so cute. I got a Crimson Tau Forged. I had an 80%, so... You can't mix Tau Forged with regular, but you can mix Tau Forged with Tau Forged. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I guess the only weekly I have left is Testudo,
Now, just in case.
which is Sanctum Anatomica. You should have access to these classic... Oh, what was it called? Because we did it last time you were on. I'm currently in... Yeah, just else. Yeah, that's what they're called. Like, the place is called... Yeah, that's okay. We got 5. I've done 2 because I've done my deep Archimedia already.
What'll it be? IMO solo's a no-go. Have at it, but
Yeah, that's normally how we were.
Albrecht wasn't messing around with his security.
So
Bring friends. Nice.
yeah, take your time. Yeah. I mean, I only got 3 left anyways. I've already done my Deep Archimedia. I think I need to spend a lot of time with my dog today. Because she's been wanting to spend time and play. But I've been so busy the last couple weeks. I feel really bad. Like, she's just patiently waiting. She's just taking a nap right now. Oh, I forgot to change... Whatever, it's fine. So, hot take, I think the faction mods, if you own them and they're slotted in, they should change to whatever you're fighting. Right? Like, sure, you have to own them first, and that you have to have the polarity available for them, but they should just automatically change if you have one equipped. Because now I have a anti-Grenier. Hang on. Wait, I can still leave. What the heck? You should be able to, like, because now I would have gone in with an anti-Grenier Catabolist instead of an anti-Murmur. Yeah, I'm good. I got it. Is my stream blurry? Should be okay. Okay, no, I just have my current personal settings when I'm watching the stream at like 120p. Yeah, alright. Anyways, yeah, I'm in chat with Zane. You're welcome to join into Ninja.
Choose your pain. It's the only way to open a Netracell.
Just going to hit all of them. Eximus one?
Use that terminal.
Let's see. Key. No. 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 Don't. Yeah, I hope Jade is just fun, right? Because, like, as much as I, like, the Goth is powerful, she's very samey, right? She has the same... Like, there's only 2 ways to really build her. As well as, like, I don't know. I just want more fun things. I just want more fun. Stream is lagging a bit, by the way. Okay. Like, Interesting. Interesting. Well, sometimes it's going to be unavoidable. Like, I don't know... I'm not the best when it comes to the stream stuff. Funny little thing, if you don't ever go near the Gruzzling, it will never activate and therefore never despawn. And it will automatically die when you complete the defense, or the kill count for Testudo. But I activated it, so I'm going to shoot it. Oh, why does everything have attenuation? Oh, like we don't want to have attenuation, but we don't want our things to instantly die. Then, you know, like, stop caring about them instantly dying and just make a good game and fun, you know? Like, Grenier are gonna get hard nerfed next stream, which is kind of, next, patch, which is gonna be fun. Because they're capping... No, they're getting their armor capped. So, like... The issue is that, like, a lot of people feel like... And this is, like, overwhelmingly majority sentiment, is a lot of people feel like at high-level content you have to have armor strip, right? And that's not, that was not intended in the original design. But they were never balancing for super high-end content anyways, right? Yeah, so now, like, in order to make high-end content more accessible for the less active members of the community, like, they're just... Like, they're still going to have their DPS, they're just going to not have to require, you know, armor strip, you know?
That's the metro cell. Open it.
Because, like, armor strip is nice and all, but I'm just like, I don't like having to always have it, you know? And so I do agree with the sentiment that it needed to always be checked out, because by far, in a wide margin, Grenier was the most difficult faction in or armored enemies were the most difficult thing at high level, for the wrong reasons, right? Because they were the tankiest things. You got all the spawns on you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Take your time. Let's see. Yeah. All good. Because I think, like, I love the new, like, environment design and how, like, well it loads in. Because, like, there's so much going on, it's so lively, and it's not like killing my computer, you know? Yeah, I just did a 7 million right there. Woo! The Catabolus. Casual is gonna give me their Riven because they're not a fan of the Catabolus. I think Miva? The exclamation point represents every time you you crit beyond red. So if you get like triple exclamation mark, that means you're doing triple, like you're going 3 levels above a red crit. So you can get red, then an exclamation mark with a red, so on and so forth. Yeah. I think the highest I've gotten was triple exclamation mark. Where are all the enemies? The density is so low. I missed Steel Path Testudo, Netrocell. I don't know if you were playing around that time, but there was a bug that let you open this mission type in Steel Path. And the density was so high, it was so good. You can't Steel Path these anymore. They considered it a bug and then they took it out, even though, like, it literally benefited us none to play it, but we liked playing it. Yeah, they just fun policed us. Okay, 2 million damage on that grenade. I strongly think that, like, the devs don't understand, like, why people like using gas. And they don't understand why people don't use magnetic. The only time I would ever put magnetic is if I was doing PvP. And at that point, like, why would I play the game? I'd play a different game. You know? There you are, mister. Like, the issue is that, like, the reason why heat and slash and viral are popular has nothing to do with the fact that, like, their optional, like, their non-combat related effects are, like, or non-damage related effects, like, are decent. It's because, it's solely because, like, they're either resistance, damage output, it's almost always damage output, let's be honest. The fact that, like, heat scales infinitely, the fact that slash, you can apply infinite numbers of unique slash procs, right? And the fact that viral doubles damage, right? And corrosive. Go ahead. Like, for instance, if you ask a person who doesn't know anything about Warframe, you have a status ailment called Blast. What do you expect Blast to do? Yeah. Not make the enemy more inaccurate. You know? Like, I think if you want to, like, if they wanted the concuss effect, they could have kept it. I think that would have been fine. I think, like, all statuses should have a combat effect for stacking it, right? It doesn't have to be anything major. Like, look at Cold, for instance, and Cold is getting its, like, 7th buff over the last 2 years. Like, Cold, like, can now, like, gives you a final, additive crit multiplier, right? For, having them on the enemy. It might be crit vulnerability, I never tested it, but, like, you know. Like, I think that's perfectly fine. That brought, like, Cold so much further up. Like, I love Cold. And next patch, it's going to be able to freeze, giving more crit damage vulnerability. Right? I think that much is enough. Like, I don't know. That's how gas used to work. Yeah. I remember, like, before I got back into Warframe, I was joking about, like, how gas wasn't a real damage type, because it's, like, status proc. No, because the status proc did toxic damage, you know? Back in the day. Which I think, like, has its own merits, right? It made it, like, also viable against Corpus. Not only, like, let's be honest. Like, the devs buffing Corpus shield size, regeneration, and regeneration rate is not gonna do anything to make them. Yeah, like, everyone's just gonna jump ship to Toxic if it becomes too much of a pain, or they're just gonna stick with whatever works, right? Because everything that works right now is not because things are vulnerable to corrosive or whatever. It's because, like, they already hit hard enough and they don't care. That's why, like that's why viral heat is so, like, prominent. It's because it's easy. People don't like changing it all over and over again. Yeah, like, that's why, like, if you're going to change the elements, you gotta make using the element feel good, right? Like, magnetic is the worst offender because, like, it feels like, yeah, there's very little reason to use it, as well as it's probably the worst status ailment to get hit by as a Warframe, as it drains your shields. Because, like, everyone plays Conclave. What? It messes with our UI, it drains our energy, drains our shield. So, yeah, no, like, I completely agree. Anyways. We're almost done. There's almost 5 million damage. Yeah. The one thing that the devs need to get through their silly minds is we like shooting things. Right? I don't think that's, like, weird to say. Okay. Oh yeah, but, like, what's the point of playing Dante if there's nothing to, like, affect your spells, is what I'm getting at. Right?
Take whatever Albrecht was hiding and get back.
Yeah, so, like, Dante feels amazing, and he only feels more amazing the larger the number of enemies are like, available, right? The more enemies around, the better it feels.
Not what I was looking for.
Like that, like, you could just keep the damage numbers, like, relatively the same. You could nerf them a little bit, but just, like, quintuple the spawn rates of some enemies, and that it would probably make the game, like, way more fun. Right? Like, extraction, or not, excavation is, like, probably one of the slowest game modes in the universe, based off of how spawns work. No, like, I'm not saying that it's, like, it's the worst. I completely agree. Defection is awful, right? Defection should just not be in the game, right? I think that's a fair statement. Well, like, excavation, like, There you go. Yeah, so, whatchamacallit? The fact that, whatchamacallit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. The fact that, like, that mission type is bad is, like, not excuse for other ones to be, man, you know? Like, defection is awful. I would take it out in a heartbeat, but I think if you really want to, like, look at, like, the other infinites that the game, like, you feel like you should be playing, like excavation, defense, those ones are all waiting games, right? There's so much downtime in those because, like, well, a lot of the time the only reason why you lose a excavation thing is because the guy with the battery just doesn't spawn.
You or your squad need to grab
right?
all 4 of these key glyphs. Pick your poison, pal. I won't lie. There's no version of this that feels
Yeah.
right.
I don't think any of them are,
You got your glyphs.
yeah, none of them are
The terminal to exit into the
XMI.
box.
Okie dokie. Yeah, look at me walk around quickly. Isn't that exciting gameplay? I don't know. I liked, like, if anyone watched my, like, not my Warframe, my Hollow Knight, like, streams, you know that I'm a very grounded I have a very grounded play style for whatever game I play. I don't like being in the air when I don't have to be. Oh, I like moving fast, right? I like having, like, that unparalleled mobility. Oh yeah, I agree. Like, oh, here's a weird discussion topic. What are your thoughts on the Warframe clone in development at the moment? The anime Warframe clone? Yeah. Okay. How about, like, I'll get this when after we finish, after the this. I do not remember it off the top of my head. So there are 2 Warframe clones in development. One is First Descendant. First Descendant, I think I'll give it a second look. Before it was, like, just a really dry, ugly mess. I mean, that's expected from... Yeah, like... Yeah. I mean, that much is to be expected with a game that was in beta testing, or alpha testing at the time, right? I think First Ascent... Yeah. Like, my computer hated it. Okay, it's like right there.
This is it.
Like, I crashed the game with the Electric Girl, the Volt clone. Yeah. Like, I think it has a lot of potential, but, like, I think it has the same problem with, like, Genshin and Wuthering Waves, where, like, we don't care about any of the NPCs at all. Like, they just keep talking and talking and talking and trying to be like, oh, I'm important. No, I'm important. I'm just like, I don't... Yeah, Warframe's lore is interesting, right? Like, I felt like it was using some of Destiny's, like, not amazing storytelling. Like... So, okay. Like, the lore of Destiny is great, right? I'll say that, but, like, the way that it's told to me, especially, like, so this was before it got all changed up, so I don't know how it is now personally. But like, you can go to this. Like before, I was directionless, right? Before like it got updated, and like, yeah. I imagine it's much better now because this was before like they updated everything, right? This is where my perception is. Like, it basically did the old, like, how originally First Descendant storytelling is how Destiny's original storytelling was. You walk into a place and suddenly everyone knows you, and, like, they're saying, oh, this is major happening here. I'm just like, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on, and I don't care enough about what's going on. Why do I care about the shopkeeper? So I think Warframe does like you have to find, if you care about the lore, you got to find it yourself stuff, which is fine. I think Warframe's storytelling is probably like the most cringy thing. Okay, do you have your Tenno voices turned on? So when you are in your child operator form and when you swap out, you say, "For the Lotus," or "You will be judged." Yeah, like, so basically, if you take a look at, say, like, basically, if I go through each of the stories, right, for instance, like, the lore stuff is fascinating, like, oh, why does Drifter have Lotus? Who is, like, is Drifter us? What's happening, right? All of that stuff's fun. And then it goes like, oh, no, we gotta do this because it's the right thing to do. Like with Chains of Harrow or with Sacrifice, right? I'm just like, I don't like the... like, okay. I guess at the end of the day, the reason why I think Warframe lore is cringy, or not Warframe lore, Warframe storytelling is cringy, is because they have the operator think and speak on our behalf about like why something should be important, when that could have easily been like, oh, there's these people that care about the thing, whether or not we care or not, they have something for us, so we're gonna do it, and if we choose to care, then, oh, good, all the power to us, you know? I don't like that agency being taken away from me in storytelling. If that makes sense. So, I don't mind RPGs, for instance, like, even MMOs, right? Like, I played a decent chunk of Final Fantasy XIV online with friends, and that was all right. Like, what was it called? Realm Reborn was kind of awful overall because it was just fetch quest central. But like, where is it? It should be like, excuse me, sir. You guys are very rude. Okay, it should be like up there, right? No, it's right here. I'm blind. Anyways, the problems I have is like when, let's say, imagine like your character has just met a group of people, right? In any game, in an RPG, right? And you say, okay, I'm gonna, like, you got a quest to help them. You go, okay, I'll help you guys. And then your character starts bawling, like, I relate to your situation so much. Like, let me help you. Let me, like, take care of all of the bad guys for you. Let mama get baby their bottle, right? I'm just like, I just said, okay, I'll accept the quest. I don't need all of that in my life, you know? Does that, like, does that make any sense? Like, the thing about, like, say Persona. I love Persona, right? Like everyone else is, in every other character voices their opinions, their thoughts, and like what morals that they hold. And your character, yes, they're a silent protagonist, but for the most part, they're like, it's up to you to like how they respond to it, you know? Like it's like, oh. Space Titty Simulator, Mass Effect? Yeah. But Mass Effect is definitely like, you have a lot of agency. They do make it kind of black and white, which is not like something I'm the biggest fan of. There's not a lot of nuance in like Mass Effect's like in-game storytelling. Yeah, the lore I love for Mass Effect. I love the ideas of the Reapers. Can you like? I don't even know any lore about like Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, cause it just outright killed the franchise, didn't it? Oh yeah. I'm gonna be honest, like the face rigging, like that was an honest mistake, I think. Like, cause like they have such a yeah, Archon shards. Oh, by the way, if you like play with like me or my group at all, like we tend to have above average in like the drop rates for these kind of things. For reasons I don't know why. Revenant has a tendency to get either red or yellow Archon shards. Tendency doesn't mean it's always the case, but like, yes, it's the case. Like in the case of me using Revenant, like red, you're going to expect more reds than other colors. Okay, this is the last one for me. If you want to keep going, we can keep going. I am. Because like I'm kind of at the point where I need new content to do in Warframe. I'm going to be honest.
You need all 4 key glyphs for these pillars. Choose your pain. It's the only way to open an entry set. Ready? To leave the anchor hole, access that terminal.
Yeah, that reminds me of like no, you can hit whatever one you want. It doesn't matter. I mean, if we wake up the book, we kill the book. That's basically it. Like, and that's because it's like a lot of people that do that, like, either don't know that the book exists or underestimate it, and they're just unable to take care of it at the end of the day. Oh, it basically just has a lot of attenuation. You just stop shooting it for a second and then you're golden. It just doesn't feel good to stop shooting a thing. It's like, oh, my bullets are doing less damage to them. I should stop shooting them. That's not how a bullet game should ever feel. Yeah, I feel that. Like, I was trying to zip in Helldivers the other day. I was just like, oh, excuse me, I can't do that. Oh, bullet jump, and the movement mechanic that I'm using right now, the melee one, because it's really nice for these maps. because like there's enough wide space for you to go whee, you know. Yeah. Like, there's a couple of parts that I'm still inconsistent with because like I'm just not learning anymore. Like, there's only so much you can change with 3 frames to work with, right? Like, if you have slower attack speed, then like it gets tighter. It's actually like 2 frames closer, give or take.
Using the key glyphs will open the Netracell, so be ready.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I play Revenant here. I just can casually pick up all the key glyphs and not worry about it. Because, like, Revenant doesn't have to worry about his HP or his shield ever. Right? That's more so what I mean. Okay, so like hot take about Overguard. It's supposed to make you immune to a bunch of things. Why does it still get stripped with null fields? Unless you're not the one directly applying it. Yeah, but if you have like a whole build centered around Overguard, it's kind of stupid. I put like corrosive on my book and gave my Dante 2 green shards so that everyone has full armor strip. Yeah. It's just like, oh, everyone gets like my book, then everyone gets like armor strip. Right? No, it isn't. Oh, we have to kill the drone? Okay, the drone's like up here. It's almost always up here. It's less likely. I know that, like, so I have a couple friends that are die-hard fans of WoW, right? Like, so I was talking outside of the group, right? Like, for instance, one is a T1 raider in some of the bigger guilds, or whatever they call it. Like, they essentially, like, religiously, like, they're religiously the tank for the, for their guild. Right, and yeah, I just don't know the terminology, so like, I wanted to be specific. Yeah. So, like, so he participates in raid nights with his guild on all of the like, he does what? He does classic and what was it? Retail? Yeah. He does both classic and retail at the moment. And I mean, whatever's fun is fun for them, right? But like, whereas like I'm at the point in my life where if I'm gonna play an MMO, I'm not playing the MMO part of it. Like the in-game rating part of it. If like I get into it, then sure. Like, if I casually get into it, that's fine. But like, yeah, like I. Yeah, like I at this point I'm just like, if I'm gonna play a game like that, I'm just gonna be like hyper casual with it, right? Like, oh yeah. Yeah, I think like the only issue I had, like one of the biggest issues I had with WoW for like when I did play it. So this was before they did the like this was in Burning Crusade, right? Like all yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like there isn't a lot of build variety in like and that's the problem I have with a lot of MMOs. That's why like I don't like Final Fantasy, right? Because there's zero build variety. If that makes sense. I don't know. You gotta kill them inside this circle. No, you ran like straight outside of the circle. Like, I think it's just like arbitrary nonsense. Oh, that was a 10 million damage hit, Jesus Christ. That was a 16 million, what? Oh wait, no, you got Dante going, so I'm doing more status damage. That's what's going on. Your birds. They multiply status damage and the status yeah, so like I'm running gas, so like the initial proc is the most important one. Yeah, like like I think like if I were to play an MMO like, for like purely to like do like any like combat oriented things, like because honestly if I get into WoW I'm just gonna do crafting all day. I'm gonna be honest. Like that's the only thing I would do. I know you hate crafting. But the thing is like there's nothing like unique you can do like to make an item yours in a lot of crafting systems. That's one issue. And like for instance, like if you put like it's normally, oh, you have a recipe, okay, do the recipe. Sometimes you get a rare chance of getting something better than what you'd normally put out with, right? Instead of, oh, I went out and got these resources, I can put them together and make, like, if I don't know, maybe someone hasn't put them together yet before, or in the place or whatever I did before, and I can come up with some special effects and whatnot, right? There's very few games that allow you to do that, mind you. Like, right. So, like, the game that I would super get back into, I think, would be Path of Exile. There's another Crimson for you. Yeah, so, it running... Hmm? Yeah, but... I mean, unfortunately with... I mean, I need a restock on reds because of that Nidus nonsense we did the other week. Yeah. I shoved more Tau-Forge reds. If you want to keep going, we can keep going.
I was thinking.
I really don't have anything else to do. That's the main issue. I need to complete 2 more missions, so we can just keep this up and just chat.
I want to tell you your business. All right. What's his is ours.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like the biggest thing about like MMOs for me is like, is there build variety? that isn't just like purely, oh, I have to find this piece of gear, oh, I have to find that piece of gear, right? Yeah.
Ready? To leave the anchor hole, access that terminal.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, Lulstar. Welcome to chat. Yeah, yeah. No, no, this guy just randomly spawns near someone. Don't worry about it. If you want. You don't have to kill him. Like, he'll just run away if you activate him. But, yeah, like, one thing I love doing in Path of Exile, I hated the crafting system in Path of Exile, but Path of Exile is that exact, like, thing. You collect a bunch of rare resources, you put them together, and maybe you come up with something godlike, right? And that's also a lot of fun if you can get into it. So, one season I did get really into that. Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily always going to be a waste, right? Like, because you can guarantee certain stats. So you're basically, like, if you want, like, the end game of the most end game thing, you're going to be rolling for, like, that last random stat, right? Which way is good? Yeah, so Path of Exile 2 is going to, like, refine that even further, so it's not as big of a grind. It's just a one direction after. Hmm. Yeah. So... No, it's just fight. Yeah, like, it's... Yeah. The only reason why I liked Path of Exile was because you could build, like, such stupid things. Like, my favorite thing was, like, walking around until everything turned into spiders. That was my favorite thing. Yeah. Like, I think Path of Exile really leaned into, like, adding more mechanics to do things that are interesting and blah 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 blah. Path of Exile 2 is gonna, like, strip back all of the unnecessary grind. But, like... it was way too intimidating for a lot of people. Like, that... Yeah, that's... like... yeah. So that's my biggest issue, is like that, it's not even late game, it's mid game that's really inaccessible to players. Like, it's not even, like, okay, here's my biggest problem with Path of Exile. It's all stats. All the time. Right? There's not, there is a certain level of skill involved, but, like, at the end of the day, right, if you don't have the right stats, everything's a stat check, and you just die. You can't play the game anymore with that character. And I think that's dumb. Right? I think, like there is a place for those kind of games, and that's why, like, I don't play Path anymore, right? Because all I want to do is I want to see the goofy endgame builds that I can make with the new items. And that's it. I hate having to spend like 10 plus hours to get to late game, or 7 plus hours to get to late game, and then say, okay, I actually don't like this build, I'm gone. Right? That feels like a waste of time to me. And I think for new players, the biggest problem is like they can't even get past that like 4-hour mark some of the time because things get too difficult. Right? And it's not difficult because like the gameplay is difficult. You don't know. So you can up until a point. The issue is more so that like you don't know that how important resistances are. And at that point, like, it's just a stat check. It's just a straight stat check. If you don't have any form of like resistance, you're dead. And like that feels really bad. Right? Oh, yeah, no, I agree. Like, here's the thing, right? I do think that there's a couple of casual elements to Path. It's just really, really, really far and few between, right? Like, I think that, like, the developers geared it to, like, the more hardcore Diablo 2 players, right? And that's like, essentially what they did. And all the power to them. That's their most successful business model ever, right? Because it worked out. But, like, at the end of the day, like, it's really, really hard to get into Path, especially with how bloated all of the systems have become, right? Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I can't imagine playing Warframe blind nowadays because, like, okay, if you have someone like, and this is to chat, like me or the people in the community, right? You're going to be pretty solid. You're going to be pretty golden, right? Because like you got people to explain and like has the expertise, right? But if you're going into it blind, like it's going to be fun for like until you get to, I think, Deimos. Deimos is probably like the first like hard point in your progression. Yeah, because of Toxin. And then it's like, hey, why am I dying instantly all of a sudden? Right? Like it's such a weird difficulty spike too, because like it's a knowledge check. Right? And yeah, like that's my like issue with it. It's like if I haven't been playing this game for 10 years, I don't think I'd be playing this game as much as I do right now. If that makes sense, because I lived through almost all of the systems. Right? PoE, Plains of Eidolon. Yeah, like I was playing the game when the Warframe still had skill trees. When you could get millions of HP. That was so, yeah. So, you know how ribbons are now? That's how all mods used to be. So all mods used to have random stats, up to 3 random stats on all of them. There were no negatives. And they all were percentage based and multiplicative. So if you had something that gave you 100% like ability strength, and you had something else that gave you 50% ability, or like another 100% just to make the math simple, you then had like what, 10,000% ability strength.
We've had a few.
But that only lived for like a few months, and then it died, like that got changed immediately. Yeah, I'm old, Lolstar. I'm old. I get it.
I know you can take a punch.
Okay, what did you get?
All right. What's his is ours.
Oh yeah, that's unlucky. Oh yeah, like like the one negative with running Revenant is that he is a little bit more likely to get melee arcane adapters than blue shards, which is kind of weird.
There's no version of this that feels good. Only one way out of the anchor hold. Use that terminal.
Wow, no Eximus ones. Like, yeah, like right now I'm trying out Wuthering. I might stick with it. Depends on how the person I'm playing it with feels about it. Because like right now it's just no, I'm actually staying away from that group, at least for the time being, in terms of the game, because I want to like not be spoiled about everything. And you know how. No. I'm staying away from the group for Wuthering. For everything else, I'm gonna hang out with them, right? No. It's more so like because like the person I'm playing with is only gonna be able to play like a couple hours every now and again, right? So I don't want to be like super overcapped or feel like the FOMO for it, as well as I don't want to be spoiled on content ahead of time because I tend to like not stop talking. So the thing I like about the game so far, right? So I don't regret quitting Genshin, right? First and foremost. Yeah, like I stopped playing Genshin entirely, like a couple years back now. So I don't regret that decision at all, because like it just wasn't my jam, right? It felt like a second or third job at this point, right? And that's kind of why I stopped playing Dungeons & Dragons Online as well, because I felt like a job being a raid leader. So with Wuthering, what I like is that, like, there is a decent amount of RNG involved in like getting your little pet things, but like, there's quite a lot of versatility in it, right? Like you can get like your super strong dragon thing, or you can throw a cute little pufferfish. They both do relatively the same amount of damage, right? At least at the level that I'm playing at, right? It's just like being able to customize like how you want to do things. Like that's real. Like I haven't gotten far enough to like go into like now I have to craft builds and things like that. Like nah. Is the character cute? Yeah. Okay. Good enough for me. Like one of the things with Genshin is like they have weird like skill cooldowns in like internal cooldowns in terms of like the proc chain, right? Like for instance, Jingshou can only like when you use his burst, like it only summons down swords like every like couple seconds instead of like every attack you make. And like that always bothered me, but I was just like, okay, like he's still strong for that reaction. Like, yeah, but like, I'm more concerned about whether or not it doesn't break my internal logic, right? And if it's fun. Like, that's the thing. I'm just like, I want to see all the things fly around. Which is why I love Risk of Rain, right? You can... one or two. Yeah, two. Like, Risk of Rain, basically, like... Risk of Rain 2 is a lot of fun. Like, 1 has a lot more love in it, for sure. And that's why Hopo Games is still working on it, for instance. Yeah. Yeah, the other one was a 2D platformer. But, like, I just, like, the fact that, like, there's no internal cooldowns, like, on any of the item interactions is, like, what makes it for me. Like, if you have, like, a lot of mods that adds more, like, items that can, like, interact with each other, that's, like, that's magic to me, man. Like, I love 1, I love 2. Like, 1 wasn't my thing, mostly because I'm not a platformer guy, but, like, it had so many more items to do, like, wild shit with. Pardon my French, chat. Like, it's so... Like, sometimes it's just magical to, like, say, okay, I'm gonna activate the boss fight, and then literally, like, 1,000,000 fireworks fly into the sky. When I was playing with some friends with it, like, they're just like, okay, you're not allowed to touch anything anymore because the game will break. I was like, but fireworks! I'm the firework elemental. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. Hello, DJ! Welcome to chat. Right now? Like, in general, I want, like, Helldivers to be fun again, first and foremost. Like, right now, ooh, 13 million damage, Jesus Christ. Sorry. 22 million, I think that's a new high. Like, the thing about, like, Helldivers is, like, so much fun. But then, like, they're like, oh, we don't like how, like, certain enemies just get rolled by the player base, so we're gonna just nerf, like, everything to do with them. Like, oh, you need more force to stagger a Hulk now. I'm like, yeah, but, like, Hulks were already annoying, right? And... Yeah. Like, what the devs misunderstand as meta is, like, they if they keep nerfing things, right, then the game becomes like, oh, you have to use what works because nothing else does, right? Yeah, they perpetuate the issue, and, like, that's just such a simple thing to, like, understand, right? Why did not more people ride bikes? Right? Because it's probably less of a pain in the butt. Quite literally, right? Like, it's like simply that. Like, oh, if I have to bike, like, for like 2 hours to get to a place, that means I have to get up and do all of these things way earlier. Or I could just drive and it's like a 10-minute thing, right? That's an over-exaggeration, but you get the drift, right? That's the same thing with, like, nerfing everything else. Everything, like, basically go with what works, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's my issue with, like, Helldivers right now. It's like, they keep making things, like, they aren't making them more difficult, they're making them more of a pain in the ass. And that's my biggest issue with the game right now. Right? They keep making things more and more of a pain in the butt, right? For no reason. It stops being fun. That's one thing. The other thing that stops making it fun is the fact that, like, there's nothing new that's happening. It's been weeks, like, and nothing new has been added to the game. I don't count the new Warbond because, like, none of the weapons work except for one primary and one grenade, and maybe the booster if you hate hunters. Because literally it says, oh, it reduces, like, the duration of all slows, all single target slows, does not work on AoE slows. There's literally only one source of single target slow in the entire game, and those are hunters. And it essentially makes them not be able to hit you.
Nothing about Albrecht? Okay. Next time.
Oh, right, yeah. Like, if you combine it with, like, muscle enhancement, like, motivational shocks are so... they feel so good. Can you imagine, like, all sources of slow, like, reduced by 50%, and all hunters just literally can't slow you? It feels so good. Like... I think we need a sit rep system for that. Like, congratulations. Everyone, Zane got a blue. That's why I'm congratulating them. Yeah, for the most part, right? Here's the issue, right? We don't know where any of our stuff is. Like, we should at least know where all the CEAF stuff is, right? Like the mortar, the radar dish, like, we should know where those are. Because we installed them, right? Yeah, like, I think, like, one of the things that I think the devs forgot is that we have an aerial view of everything. So now, instead of pinging everywhere, we have to look at them, like, we have to look at the map during a mission briefing, remember where all those spots are, and take a look at what the map looks like. And if the map looks like a thing, then it's that thing. Like, because I can still spot the safe artillery from just looking at the map, right? But it's just like, why did you make it more difficult? Why did you make it such a hassle, right? So, like, at very least, we should have some, like, information given to us, because that's what, like, Helldivers 1 had, right? We knew predominantly what would be the largest number of spawns, right? We would know, like, if there were going to be bile spewers, chargers, behemoths, all of that stuff, right? Which one would be the high, like, from the most frequent to the least frequent, right? For instance, we would even know that there would be stalkers there, even though those were, like, very unique and specific enemies, right? Like, we would know that beforehand because that's what sit rep is for, you know? It makes little sense to me to have, like, the red dots all over the place and, like, not show, not be able to just say, okay, I know where it is, I'm going to ping it, right? So I'm going to look for that, like, Helldivers clone real quick. So give me a moment. And then I'm going to put it up on stream, and I'm going to send you the link so you can look at it later as well. Oh, you, like, oh, I'm pretty sure that most people don't know about it. Just give me a moment. Closer to L-Sword graphics, I think. No, it's closer to Genshin. It's closer to Genshin. Don't worry about it. I'm old. Let me just double check if this is the thing. Oh, this is a new... Yeah, new one. Oh, yeah, I'll show this one. Why not? They even got bullet jumping. Here, I'll send it to you. It's called, for everyone who's interested, it's called Night Duet Night Abyss, I believe. So I'm gonna put it on stream in just a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna stream the trailer just so that everyone like can see it. So like, okay, so I am going to get a browser. Grab that. Oop. Yeah, I just added a browser source. Yay! That's not what I wanted. I want a Windows source. Let me get rid of that. Browser. There we go. Hide. Window capture. Window capture 3. Until dawn. There we go. Thanks for being reasonable, game. Okay. So it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna have like desktop audio on so that people can hear it, at home can hear it, or should be able to hear it. So let's take a look. I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm watching it on my end, actually.
Yeah. Well, also for chat, right?
Draws time with her left hand and twists life in her right.
I don't know if it's audible in stream, but like I'm gonna just double check stream real quick.
Amidst the helix of destiny she spun. What visions hath thou seen?
Yeah, it's kind of Genshin Light. So I'm actually looking forward to this quite a bit, because it seems like they took a lot of the Warframe formula and just put anime in it.
Oh, I do know about this game. I have seen this.
Oh, did you see like the Mesa?
I have seen this. No, when she picked up the sword, but yes, the Mesa too, yeah.
Yeah.
And started doing the little swing animation. I remember seeing that. They got arc guns.
Yeah. They even have a Titania clone.
Come with me.
With
and together,
a better Titania alt.
The future.
Hydroid.
This fantasy anime with guns. It looks pretty good.
Okay, yeah, they have the mount. Yeah, I remember that, the pig.
Yeah, the first girl is Excalibur. It's literally just Mesa.
Fucking Titania. Got everything.
The little girl with a giant arc gun.
They have wall running.
I miss when wall running was still in the game, mind you. Oh, she's Hydroid, okay.
They even have razor flies. What?
Oh, and her alt actually just has like auto turrets on them. Wait, is the one with the Mount Gauss? Or Gauss?
Possibly, yeah.
That'd be really funny.
Dude, what the hell? This is just such a blatant
I mean, it looks pretty good for a ripoff, though.
I will say.
But I'm actually excited for it. Like, even, like, their guns already look like they'd be fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll rechat after we finish the trailer. Well, I'd be so down to try this out. Does that have aura? No, that's just a boss fight.
Warframe impact? I'm reading the comments.
You're reading the comments? Warframe impact?
Yeah, Warframe impact.
Okay, let's get rid of the window capture so that I can, like, open chat again. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm super down to try it out. Like,
I'd try it.
Yeah, like, if it drops, like, if the beta drops... I don't know, I haven't checked. But, like, when the beta drops, I'm totally down to stream it. Like, that sounds like it would be an adventure.
Oh, the pre-registration's already up.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the comments, the description.
My dog is staring bullets at me. I think I should go take care of her. She's just like, I'm awake now. I'm just gonna stand here and stare at you until you do something. She looks so upset. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end stream here. That was a lot of fun. We'll chat a bit more about, like, Duet Night Abyss later, because I'm super duper down to, like, try it out. But yeah, I think we covered most of the things. I've already helped.
I probably played that more than Wuthering Waves.
I mean, it has Warframe's movement and
Right?
more, right? You have actual wall running instead of wall hopping. Like, I don't know if you were around when we still had wall running, right?
I mean, we can still wall,
well,
like, jump.
We can wall hop, right? But
I
like,
wasn't around when wall running was a thing, no.
So when wall running was still a thing, so that was when we had what was it called? Thoptering still in the game, and Warframes used to have stamina, believe it or not. So when Movement 2.0 came up, we lost wall running, we got wall hopping, right? For some reason. I wish I could still just run on the walls instead of hop. And then we also got bullet jumping. I think maybe even... No, aim gliding was still in the game before that. But anyways. That's enough reminiscing. My dog has approached closer with that stare. I'm gonna end stream now. So if you guys enjoyed sticking around, please leave a like. It really helps a lot. I'm getting closer and closer to 400 subs. That means once I hit 400 subs, I will be attempting the thing called Path of Pain in Hollow Knight. So that's gonna be suffering. I'm not promising to complete it, but if you want to see me suffer, I mean, just share my channel. Try to get me to 400 subs. That's basically your incentive right there. If there's a game you want me to try out after Hollow Knight, because I should be done by this time next week, leave a comment about what kind of game you want me to play, or join the Discord. I think the link should still be valid. If it's not, then you're gonna have to wait around until I get around to changing it. Anyways. Yeah. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, you know, all the deal. Join the Discord if the Discord link still works. I am, if you can not tell by my tone, I'm a little bit rushed because she looks really rushed. Anyways, thank you all for joining me again. It was a lot of fun just hanging out. And, yeah, that's all for now. We'll talk more about games later.
Alright. GG, Serge.
GG. And don't forget, next week I will be live streaming the dev stream. Don't forget to, hop onto Twitch to get your rewards for those, because those tend to be pretty nice. I believe this week or next dev stream is going to be an Umbra Forma, if I am not mistaken. It will be the last dev stream before TennoCon, as well as it will show off the new game mode Ascension, the new Eximus unit with the Jade Light Eximus, and Jade herself. So that'll be a fun thing to cover. Jade will have 3 new weapons because she's supposed to be the opposite of the Stalker, so she's going to have a mirrored weapon set. That's going to be fun. So I imagine she's probably going to cost something like, for the whole set, like 1,000 plat or 700 plat, something like that. That's normally 700 plat, but since she has 3 weapons, maybe that's closer to 1,000. Anyways, I will see you all maybe tomorrow. I'll probably be practicing more Absolute Radiance and try to beat, like, if I can down Absolute Radiance consistently, then I will try to beat Pantheon 5 again. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow or next week. We'll see. That's all for now. Thanks for joining.
Later, Stretch. GG's.
Ending.